Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at adding integers. This problem right here at 8 plus negative 9, we're going to give you some feedback on how to add those two integers together. When you are looking at adding integers, you want to see whether they are both the same signs, or are they both positive or both negative, or are they different signs. So if you look at our 8 right here, there's no sign in front of it, so that means it's positive. And then we have a negative 9. So we do have two different signs. So we're going to scroll up and see if we can find an example or a rule that we're going to use to add integers. And in rule number 1, you're looking at integers that have the same sign. In rule 2, you're looking at integers that have different signs. If they do have different signs, we're just going to subtract the absolute value of each of those numbers and then take the sign of the bigger number. So let's go ahead and look at that example right here. 2 plus negative 4 equals negative 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write this off to the side over here. 2 plus a negative 4 equals negative 2. And we're just going to see if, in fact, it does equal negative 2. So we're going to follow those rules right here. So it says subtract the number with the smaller absolute value from the number with the greater absolute value. So if we take the absolute value of each of these numbers, it's just turning them both positive. So we just have positive 2 and positive 4. We're going to subtract those two numbers. You want to take and subtract the smaller number from the larger one. So if we have the absolute value of 2 and then the absolute value negative 4 is 4, 4 is larger than 2. So in our head, we're going to go, okay, I have 4 and 2, 4 minus 2, well, it's just 2. And then look back at your numbers. You had 2 and 4. Which one was larger? Well, the 4 is larger, so we're going to take the sign of the larger number. So if we look at that 4, it is negative, so we end up with a negative 2. Real quick, if you're looking at that on a number line, okay, so if we were to try and solve that using a number line, you would take your first number, plot that on your number line. So I'm going to go ahead and plot a point at 2. And then it says we're going to add a negative 4. And we do have a negative 4, so that is in the negative direction. So we would take and count 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we end up at negative 2. So we're going in that negative direction 4 units from the 2. So this is our starting point, and then this tells us that we're going in the negative direction 4 units, and we end up at negative 2, which is what we got when we worked out the problem. Just by using the absolute value of each of those numbers, turn them positive, subtract, and then keep the sign of the bigger number.